What is an important piece of advice you can give for those moving into the real world? If something is too good to be true, it probably is. People will try to take advantage of you, and you'll probably fall for it sometimes. It's how you learn. Don't be too down on yourself, just learn from it and move on. Trusting your gut instincts is important as well. There are just some situations where you know something's not right. There will be someone who will hate your guts for no particular reason, even if you are friendly with them, or even more so. It will not be your fault. Agreed. Also, something I've been learning in the last couple of years, and it's taken me until my late 20s or early 30s, is that some people are literally just horrible, toxic, whatever, and that's what they are. And not a thing you do or say will change that. Don't waste the energy. The real world is actually really small. Be careful of burning bridges, because you'd be surprised how easy it is to run into someone years and years after you last saw them. Here's the biggest mind duck I've had related to this. I moved to a different town across the country for a new job. My current landlord is the mother of a girl I studied with in university on a separate continent. My rent is cheap. I live 8 minutes drive from work. The neighborhood is reasonably safe. Yet it's very accessible, which means I can invite friends to come over. I'd be ducked out of the perfect place to live had I been mean to this girl. Never stop learning. Keep up with your old hobbies and interests, and pick up new ones. Takes classes, free ones and pay for those you can afford. Join groups for people with your interests so you can learn from them and learn from teaching them. I think it's just as important to avoid complacency. It is incredibly addictive, and if you're not someone who has a surplus of self-discipline, reversing the bad habit is go be a ditch. Letting yourself having lazy days is fine and healthy, but keep yourself in check. They can quickly become the norm. Don't just react to things. Think critically. Take a few seconds to analyze situations and come up with conclusions. Always be self-aware and never let people use your emotions against you. The intensity of your social life will likely change, and this is mostly a good thing, but be prepared for it. Being outside of school means you are free from a lot of the weird drama that comes with doing everything in a closed system with roughly the same people. There is still drama, but you can almost always escape it because your life is divided now. You don't live with all your friends and work with them. On the other hand, making new social connections is a new challenge because you aren't thrown into a closed system with people all at your stage of life with many of the same problems. But making friends definitely happens. For me, wherever I was in life, it always took me about 1 year to make one new close friends. Patience is key. I would say you make fewer social connections, but a lot of them are of higher quality. A last piece of advice: don't view work as your only source, or even your primary source, for friends, dates, and hookups. Try to keep part of your social life separate. College is the last time in life where everyone you know your age is roughly doing the same thing and experiencing the same challenges. From here on out, everyone's paths will differ, and that's okay. Some of your friends will get married or have children. Some won't. Work experiences and careers will be vastly different. You stop moving in lockstep with your peers. Look after your teeth because they are expensive to fix. Toothpaste, a good toothbrush and dental floss are cheap, so use them well. Look after your credit rating. It is difficult to fix when it goes wrong, and also remember that things do go wrong, so perhaps have a small contingency available if you can. Learn to save and budget so you know how much you can use and save comfortably. Be good to yourself and look after mental health. Even though money goes in and out of your account automatically doesn't mean you never have to look at your bank account. Just a quick daily check of your balance and spendings will keep you out of a lot of troubles. It's okay to say number. It's just a job, there will be others. Don't try fitting in if it requires you to break your personal values. Being respectful and polite is cool. Apply the 10-10-10 rule. Will it matter in 10 minutes? Will it matter in 10 days? Will it matter in 10 years? Really helps put a problem into perspective. Don't waste your time worrying if you can help it. It just drags you down and makes you weaker. Hit the gym when you can, boy will it make you feel better. And smile. Make a conscious effort to smiling more. It'll be reciprocated and it will make you feel good. Consistently live below your means, save and invest the difference. Get a raise. Cool, don't change your ducking lifestyle at all and just save the extra income. Edit: in typical Reddit fashion, my comment was taken 100% literally. No shite, you should reward yourself every now and then, or use that raise to improve your life if it's us. I'm talking about the people with already comfortable lifestyles upgrading for the sole reason of having more money now. If you're unhappy with your job, put tons of effort into finding a new one ASAP. Also learn to recognize toxic work environments. I once saw a guy quit his job in under 4 hours, just noped right out. A few years back I saw a dude quit immediately after a bad meeting. It was about 10 tech people in meeting. Boss outlines vision of new product. Tech dude explains why this is not a good idea. Boss has a rant about how he can't have negative people on the team and maybe tech dude needs to step out of the meeting while they finish up. Tech dude leaves room, goes to his desk and writes resignation. Boss was surprised, why you quitting? Tech dude, you don't want my input, you don't respect my views. A long commute is rarely worth it. This has gotten a bit buried under the other responses, but this is absolutely the truth. I had an hour-long commute last year, then had the opportunity to take a new job 20 minutes away, but with a significant pay cut. I took the new job and life is so much better now that I don't have to drive an hour to get to work. When furnishing your home with stuff you find on the side of the road, it's fine to take hard things, tables, art, etc., but never pick up soft things, upholstered chairs, carpets. Even with hard things you have to be careful. Lots of places critters can hide even in tables. When I was in UI I was super stressed. People would always say to me, if you're this stressed now, wait until you get out into the real world. I've been out in the real world for 2 decades now and it's been so much easier than UI. Go out there and enjoy post-UI life. Be very careful of being dragged into any sort of workplace drama or politics. That friendly co-worker who is dishing you all the dirt as you learn the ropes is looking for allies. You have no obligation to hang out with these people in a social setting. This is great advice. Also, that co-worker who tells you shite about people behind their backs is probably talking shite about you behind yours. Best workplace advice I ever got was keep your hands clean. Assume anything you do will only ever be witnessed without any of the context leading up to it. Even if someone else fully deserves retribution, don't stoop to, because it's very likely management or others will just see what you did and not what justified it. You don't have to know how to do everything. Knowing how to learn, and being willing to put the effort into learning it, is more important than knowing any one skill. Your attitude is more important than aptitude. An employer can teach you the specific skills needed, but if you aren't a person that people want to be around, then why would they bother? Honesty and humility get you far in the workplace, as it can often be a game of likability. Just be careful not to be a doormat. For example, I work in IT and once I was troubleshooting an issue that ended up being my fault. I told my boss it was my fault, how, why, and what we did to fix it. He told me someone else not only blamed me, but took responsibility for fixing it. I ended up coming out looking better, despite all of it being my fault, simply because I was honest. I was promoted a few months later. Thank you for watching and listening to this video. Please share your own stories, experiences and comments below. Don't forget to like, comment and subscribe if you liked the video. Have you got a suggestion? Write it below. See you next time. Bye.